Oh, we're starting already?
We're starting.
We were catching up, I thought.
Well, sorry. I'm trying to get it, clapped
right, we'll get
up.
it in.
We can catch up. I just wanted to make sure it's synced up.
No, it's fine. We got to be in and out because Micah's coming back, and I'm not allowed to be here.
Is that true?
I'm not allowed to be here.
Micah
Steve.
doesn't like when Jeff's at the house.
Yeah, I can't be here when she's here. So we gotta do this real fast. Hello, welcome to Tough Questions Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Sheen, with his co-host, Tim McLaughlin.
Hey, everybody. I hope you're having a great day.
And today we're joined by guest Steve Malden.
Hello, everyone. Tim, Jeff. It's an honor.
Steve?
It's an honor and a privilege, honestly.
Oh, excellent, Steve. I'm glad you're honored here. So you know the deal here. I ask you some questions. You gotta give me some answers.
Yeah.
All right.
Jeff asked me yesterday, he goes, I go, we can record at my house. Micah has to go to her dumbass job. And he goes, who lives in your neighborhood? And I gave him some real fucking shit ass names. And then I said, Steve Malden. He goes, oh, Steve.
Yeah, Steve, you piqued my interest.
I will say, when I saw that message, I was like, by the way, Jeff, you weren't even following me on Instagram, buddy.
I noticed. I saw that.
Jeff! Although
I would have messaged him. Oh, I'm not following him.
Although, honestly, there's a couple folks like that. I don't think it's personal. I think sometimes you just, someone like you with your numbers,
I got huge numbers.
You're not going to see every little peon coming through.
Yeah.
Jeff's huge numbers, though, have not really translated into views recently.
Oh, really?
I look.
Yeah, right. Let's see here, just to prove you wrong.
All right, so how many views did you get on your clip yesterday?
Let's see here.
Yesterday's clip? You look at your pinned ones?
No. We're not doing yesterday's. Yesterday didn't do well.
Yes, exactly.
Some hit, some miss. Let's see here. We got, what is this? This is a 14K-er.
Yeah, when was that from?
That was 2 days ago.
14,000 views.
And how many followers do you have?
47.
That's a lot of followers.
47,000, but only 14,000 of them saw the video.
Yeah.
Not good.
Oh, yeah.
No.
That's fine.
That's good numbers.
Thank you.
Go look at Ham's numbers.
No, he's got to give millions. You can't do that to me.
Wait, who's Ham?
Jeff Arcuri.
Jeff
Call him
Arcuri.
Little Ham.
He's Little Ham. Little Ham, hamming it up.
Have you guys-
Gets on stage, hams it up.
Yes.
That's why we call him Little Ham.
What
What do you do for a living? Hamming it up.
No.
It's what he does.
It's what he does. He hams it.
He goes,
Hey, it beats working at Walmart, right?
Yeah.
Oh, brother, I know that's right.
Did you guys know the story?
Hey, thanks for coming.
Okay, he's a greeter at Walmart.
Yeah. I don't even know how to tie my shoes. Ooh.
Do you guys know the story about John Hamm and the fraternity incident? I just
No.
found out about
what.
this.
What
You know
is
this?
it? What do you do?
No.
He set a guy on fire as part of his what is it called when you
Initiation?
the hazing and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And the guy he beat him in the genitals with a hammer.
Yes, let's go, John Ham's
Okay.
awesome.
It's on his Wikipedia.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it on Reddit, and I went and looked it up. And I was because I was watching Mad Men. I don't know if you guys have watched all of Mad Men.
I've heard of the show.
It's great. And now it sucks. Every time I look at him, I think about him setting some guy on fire,
See, that's why you don't learn anything about anybody.
That's the truth. Mm-hmm. Once you know, you can't unknow it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steve.
Don't learn anything about any entertainer ever.
Totally.
Just let them entertain you, and then let the police get involved if they need to.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, I like that he set a guy on fire, and I also like that he ball tortured the guy. Mm-hmm. I've heard he's a good man.
Yeah.
Tom
I've seen him before. I've said hello to him.
You did? Patreon subscriber Tom Takar said he was the nicest guy that's ever beat him in the nuts with a hammer.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And what, Mark Wahlberg beat some people up?
Yeah.
Well, he beat a Vietnamese guy blind in a racial incident.
Sure. But just don't learn that stuff.
Yeah, you stay general.
Blinded him in one eye.
And also he's 19 or something, 18, 19. I'm sure it's something that just got out of hand. And
Yeah. I'm a man of
Steve,
God.
is your mic on?
is my mic on? Yeah, I think so.
Pull down
Looks
your
like it.
wild and out
It's
thing.
doing it.
I'm just making sure everything's going all right. No,
Anyways.
hold on. Sorry.
I think we all need a little bit of...
All right, now we're good. Okay.
We all
You
need a
can
little
pull
bit
it
of
back
God and forgiveness. All right. Let's see. Steve, you ready? Let's
Just
get
making
into
sure
this.
you're wilding out enough, Steve.
Is that good? Okay.
Yeah, we're good. I was just making sure.
Tim, is everything all right?
Everything's good.
I'm trying to do a podcast, and your anxiety is ruining
Well,
it.
I didn't want to get into the questions, and we couldn't hear Steve's answers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, all this bullshit is fine if they can't hear it, but
All right. Well, don't let your anxiety ruin my art.
The
All right,
ham thing?
sorry.
I thought the ham thing was good. John Ham.
yeah, no, that was interesting.
That was good.
Everyone
No.
likes John. But now I've
Everyone
ruined,
likes ham.
Now I've ruined
Yeah.
him for your viewers. Maybe not. Maybe.
No, our viewers like that.
Yeah.
They
Our
like
viewers don't care.
They watch Jeff.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about a guy like that.
That's right.
I mean, this guy, he looks like someone who's done that.
Yeah, but the thing is with me, I say everything I have done.
Right.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. Say one thing you've done.
I kissed you once.
That's
I've
true.
kissed him too, though.
Yeah, see?
That's
Yeah.
true.
See?
I think I've kissed every dude in the world.
Yeah.
That's
I know I kissed every guy one night at Power Hour when I was the drinker. Was
Oh,
that the
yeah.
night I kissed you?
I feel like you mean you've kissed a couple of times.
Probably, but I
know,
kissed
I know.
every dude at Power Hour that night, and I was surprised I wasn't sick as fuck the next week.
Oh,
Yeah. Not a bad kisser with those thin lips.
No, honestly, I remember it. I can still picture it.
I think we all
Kisser,
we all
thank
have
you.
good. We have thin lips, don't we?
Yeah.
Well,
Thin lip pod.
Thin lip
Thin
crew.
lip
All right, Steve. First question. I gotta know. Tim's dying to know.
I have to
Do
know,
you guys
Steve.
answer the questions? I
Only
know
you.
I
Okay.
answer the questions sometimes to give you time to think.
Yeah. This is a why question. I need to know why isn't any of your comedy rooted in truth?
As he takes a sip of his coffee.
Wow.
We gotta know why.
A tough question to start right out
Yeah.
of the gate.
Right out of the gate.
I don't know. That's a good question because I've thought about that,
Yeah.
and I've thought I'm jealous of people who can. I wish that I could. I remember starting with. I think I talked about this on the last podcast with Tim, but I started with like in Chicago with like Kumail and TJ and Hannibal and Kyle Kinane. And I was always, obviously TJ Miller does a little bit different thing, but I don't know. I tried to do regular stand-up, about observations and talk about my life, and I couldn't make it work. I think I also just didn't give it the time that it needed, and I found a cheat code very quickly, which was my son, my four sons, who live on the bayou. That got a laugh, and I think I just took the easy way out.
Oh,
Yeah.
laziness.
It's laziness,
oh
truthfully.
my God, Tim, do you hear that?
I know, it's disgusting to hear. For truth tellers like Jeff and I.
But it is true. Like, I watch your clips, like your clip the other night, or your bit the other night about the and how you're working the bit, you're massaging it about how people are, when someone dies, people check in on you. And
They
you
think
realize
I'm going to die next.
they're worried that you're the next to go.
Yeah.
That takes, like, patience and time, and yeah, like, I think it's laziness.
But also, Steve, biggest pop of the night was your red thing, blue thing.
Red thing, blue thing, yeah. That's true.
Which was fucking dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
And made me laugh very hard.
Okay, so the other side, I love like conceptual stuff. I probably should have done improv and like sketch, but I remember, how one person says one thing and then your life. Like I had my soccer coach was like, "You're pretty funny. You should do stand-up comedy." And for some reason, I wanted his approval so much that became
Your soccer coach.
yes.
Steve, I said be truthful.
Damn.
Well,
you
I was
did.
always a funny guy, and he said stand-up comedy, and that just rooted itself in my mind. I think because he was like a father figure, and I wanted to like do. I don't know.
Yeah?
So when I
You
moved
still
to
in
Chicago,
touch with the soccer coach?
Yeah, I saw him last summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Coach McLaughlin.
Do you ever send
Wow.
Shout out to Coach.
Hey.
He's like your number one listener.
I remember, I think the thing that kept me from doing improv was in one of the very few classes I took in college before I decided not to go anymore. This dude was like, "Yeah, I do comedy sports in Indianapolis. I'm the funniest guy." And he was the dorkiest, biggest loser I've ever met. And I was like, well, I never want to meet any other improv people ever in my life. And
Yep.
it's kept me away from it ever since.
It is like I think I like stand-up comedians too, way more than like I did a play reading last week which was really fun and cool. But honestly, being around the people, it's almost unbearable. They just like, but then when we started reading and they read their parts, they were great. But then it's like we stop reading and they keep going and they're like, Donna didn't, and they're just like flying around and the energy is really manic.
They stay in character.
They stay in they stay in a version of a character, if that makes sense. They're never like, hey, how's it going? They're all like very big and expressive and. Yeah, I think I agree with you, Tim. Like, well, yours was because the guy wasn't funny at all.
Right. Well, Andy was just pretentious too.
The vibe of theater and improv people is I think much more hard to deal with than stand-ups. And I love stand-up comedians, and I love being around good traditional comics.
Okay, so you like being you got the mind of an improviser, but you're doing the stand-up comedy.
Steve likes good traditional stand-up comedy values.
Yeah.
You better be married and you better hate your freaking wife.
You ever see yourself pivoting to like a more truthful observational style, or you're in your zone right now and you're gonna stay the course?
I was not expecting these incredibly thoughtful questions. It's a great question, Jeff.
Don't look at me.
No, give me
Steve's
my flowers.
a nice man. No.
No, honestly, I don't. When I moved to New York, so my name was Steve Gerard, as I think you guys knew me in Chicago. And then I talked about this on Tim and Micah's podcast. When I was moving here, someone was like, dude, there's a Steve Gerard here who you probably know. Do you know him?
I kind of remember that. Who was that?
See that?
Yeah.
I never saw him.
Yeah, I've met him
But they were like,
once.
there's a big deal, weird alt comic named Steve Gerard here. And they're like, you should come up with a different name. Or like, just so you know. And I was like, I don't want to come there.
I think in the beginning, that's who I confused you with.
Yes.
So
It's probably why I didn't follow you on Instagram.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking too now.
I bet there's some truth to that. So I came outside from my apartment, and I lived on Malden Avenue in Chicago. And I went Malden, that's it. And then, weirdly, I posted that I'm changing my name, and my aunt got in touch with me and was like, actually, we come from Malden's way, way back. Like, that's some kind of part of our heritage. It was weird.
Wow.
So when I had that new name, I was like, maybe I'll go out and do a new style that people actually want to hear. And that crowds actually enjoy that aren't comedians. And I gave it a go, and it just, I don't know. I think it's too long doing the other style.
The young comedians, though, really look up to you, Steve. You're becoming their king.
That's great.
He's becoming the king of the young alt crowd.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They always need a king.
They do. It's
These young
Steve,
alt boys, they can never figure out who they lead.
Steve, and then they're scared of Bobby, I think.
Yeah.
Everyone's scared of Bobby.
Not me. Bobby's a pussy.
I was just talking. Did you meet the guy from Norway? Me and Bobby went to Norway to visit my friend, and everyone there didn't understand. They're like, "Is he okay?"
About Bobby?
Yeah, because he'd be like, "No, you can't just leave it here."
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that's just his thing.
Former guest of the show, Bobby Condon.
I was afraid of him at first.
Me too.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I wish that I had the guts to pivot and do something a little bit more honest, and maybe, I'm not going to rule it out, but like anytime I do a show outside of New York, I've had terrible experiences. I've had really good ones. But there's been some bad ones where they're just like, what is this guy? There's a really funny thing where I went up and they just didn't understand it. It's not their fault. Like, they go to one comedy show a year, and this woman comes up after, and she's like, she pats my hand, and she's like, there's lots of things to do in life, honey. There's lots of things. This is not.
Oh, no.
She's like, stop this. Stop
She's telling you to go make dream catchers.
Totally.
All right, so you're in too deep.
I'm in too deep.
In too deep.
And it's harder, like I said, to do. I mean, am I allowed to ask questions back? I mean, do you
Jeff
guys?
will not answer.
I don't
Really?
answer any. Tim might.
I might answer questions.
So when you have an idea, like Jeff, a line that I say of yours a lot is, what is it? So what is it, about your dad asking if you're gay? And just that line, it's something that I sort of say in my room sometimes, like, so what is it? I'll be like looking in my closet for my shoes and I can't find them, and I'll say, so what is it?
Oh, I thought you were like watching, straight pornography and not getting hard.
Damn.
So it's like when you have, it must be really exciting to be like, wow, that's a great idea. I'm gonna mine it for all that it's worth, and then knowing that a crowd of 100 people, once you get it, will laugh. Like you do the Comedy Cellar, you do big clubs. It's like that must be thrilling, and they all understand, and they all laugh hard at what you're doing.
So what's the question? What's it like to be Jeff?
What's it like? What's it like to? I don't know. When I walk into a new room of people I don't know, and I feel like at best I'll get 40% of them.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Is it? But you
No, I mean,
you,
not for me.
you've
But
destroyed.
Yeah,
you
oh,
got,
yeah,
like,
Tim gets them
the
all.
whole crowd. So I do wish that I did what you guys do a little bit more, because you also do kind of a weird. Both of you do truth, but you do a weird version of it.
well, it's called embellishing for humor, Steve.
Yeah.
I don't want to explain comedy to you, but
Yeah, but Steve, when people like you, that 40%, they like you.
Yes.
When
It's
people
Yeah.
laugh at me, I still hate
that
them
40%,
all.
but that 40% that likes you way more than the 100 to 110% that like me.
Oh, 110%? God, all right. Your ego is getting too big. Next question. Let's see here. Oh, this is a fun one. I like this one. What's your favorite Forrest Gump moment and why?
Oh my God.
He's got so many fun moments. I know mine. I will answer.
I know mine too.
Yeah. Do you want to say yours?
Yeah, mine is when Lieutenant Dan pulls up to the thing and he runs off the boat.
Oh,
and then
that's
the
a
boat
great
crashes
moment.
into the thing.
That is a good Forrest Gump moment.
Oh, because he sees Lieutenant Dan.
He sees Lieutenant Dan on the dock and
Yeah.
he runs off the boat to swim to Lieutenant Dan, and then it crashes into the docks.
Yeah,
Can
that's
I
a
do
fun
two?
one.
Can I do-
Sure, you can do two. Why
So
not?
there's the one where they go, the boat or the company is now successful, and they call for him, and he's not available, and then she goes, his mama's sick, and he jumps off the boat again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's always jumping.
I liked that because it just shows that pure love that he had for his mom.
Well, she fucked him into school.
Yeah, she did fuck him into school.
What's up? No, she fucked his principal, right?
Yeah,
Right, but she fucked him into getting into school.
she paved the way. With
Like, she fucked his way into school.
Yeah, and he gets off, and the guy's like dabbing his forehead.
Yeah, and then he repeats the sounds that she's making, not
Yeah.
knowing. That's actually a good part, too.
Yeah, that's a good part too.
What's
There's
your-
so many. I mean, every part is good. I love them when his mama's sick and he swims towards the dock, and then I love the Lieutenant Dan floating in the water, and then the voiceover of like, that's when I knew he had made his peace with God. Or
Oh, yeah, that's good. You know what part I hate, though, before you tell your part you like?
What is it?
When he wipes his face with the mud and it's
That's the right answer.
That's what you like?
And he pulls it off, and it's a perfect smiley face.
That's the part you like?
Oh, yeah.
That part sucks the most.
But is that the "Don't worry, be happy"?
Yeah.
Everything else is fun, and that one's completely magical.
Yeah.
Wait,
Remember they used to have those shirts with the big smiley face? It was like the Joe. Yeah, that was like that was that, and that sucked. That part of the movie sucks.
No, it's the best.
Steve, you gotta hold the mic a little to your mouth a little more.
Okay.
You remember that part, Steve?
I do. That was when he was running, right? And
He's
all
running,
those,
and somebody gives him a towel, and he
Yeah,
wipes
yeah.
his face, and they look at it, and it's perfectly round.
It's near the part where the guy goes, you just stepped in a big ball of shit. And Forrest says, it happens.
Oh,
Because he's thinking about
Oh
starting.
yeah,
like
and he
a-
comes up with shit happens.
Yeah, and the smiley.
The shit
Yeah.
happens
Everything
isn't as
else
bad.
just makes it could work. Everything else is possible except for his face is perfectly smiley.
Man,
oh.
I'm going to have to go watch that again.
Oh, it's such a
How many
good
times
movie.
have you I've probably seen it 20 times.
Forrest Gump, yeah, I've probably seen it a similar amount of times.
Did you know that there's a sequel?
Yeah, I heard it's terrible.
Yeah.
What?
They wrote a sequel book.
It was based on a novel, and then there's a follow-up novel.
I heard it's insane. I heard it's like all that part, like when he rubs his face and it's a smiley face on the thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
it's just all just magic.
It's
Yeah.
all magical coincidences that
Oh.
What an interesting movie, though.
Oh, great movie.
What was up with
another
it?
one I will say a second to it would be when he grabs the guy harassing Jenny. He goes from Greenbow, Alabama.
Oh, yeah,
Remember
yeah,
he's,
yeah.
he's
Oh,
a
yeah.
soldier guy.
I also like when he goes in and he goes, sorry for ruining your Black Panther party.
That's fun. Yeah, Forrest Gump. If you haven't seen it,
And sometimes here at home, I go, I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is. I'm holding the cat and giving her a kiss.
And his just overall love for Bubba.
Oh, yeah.
That relationship
I love
is
Bubba.
that I love that. And he just doesn't see anything but the pure soul of people, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
guy
yeah.
doesn't see color. He's a real good man. I don't even know if he's smart enough to, but
He's a magical, lovely man. All right, Steve. What friend do you wish to be closer with?
oh,
Out of all your friends.
Well, he'll never hear this, so I'll say he's not a comedian. Y'all don't know him.
Oh.
But he's my best friend from growing up. He's like the only guy I still keep in touch with in Maryland, where I'm from.
Oh.
He just has like emotional walls. Do you ever have a thing?
what?
Yeah.
I just can't. Like, I'll try to. I want to talk. Like, we have this weird. It might be like toxic masculinity thing, but I'll be like, "Are you happy?" And he kind of is like, "Yeah, are you happy?" You know, and like he won't.
That's you.
Is that
I'm
you,
always
Tim?
happy, you fucking cocksuckers. Don't talk to me about shit.
See, he's walled up.
I don't know if that's closer to, but I wish that he would let go of that weird, because it's almost like the dynamic we had when we were 14 is still, because when you're 14 you're smart ass about everything. You don't talk about your feelings.
Right.
I know he's capable of going there. His name's Greg. He's a great guy,
Oh, Craig.
but he just won't break down that wall. And I wish if he did, I know that we could, because I think that there's a whole universe we're not exploring because he's keeping it up.
Oh, is he married?
He's married with kids, yeah.
Oh, he's married with kids.
Hits
Yeah.
him.
So it's in there.
He's handsome, yeah. He's pretty handsome.
No, I was asking, does he hit his kids?
Oh, he hits them.
Tim.
What? You got to beat your kids.
Jeez Louise.
No, he doesn't beat his kids. They're
That's
these
good.
sweet little daughters. I don't think you can.
Oh,
beat,
no,
can't
you
really
can't.
beat daughters.
Well, I think Jenny would disagree, but
Oh, yeah, from Forrest Gump.
yeah.
Whoa, great callback.
oh
thank-
no.
So he's got
God
two
make me
daughters.
a bird so I can fly far, far, far away from me.
Okay, I'm sorry. One more scene when she throws rocks at the thing and then he bulldozes it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's good too.
Beautiful. Forrest Gump's full of great moments. So Greg's got two daughters, so it's in him. He's got the emotionality in there.
Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing
Maybe
too.
he's emotional with his daughters and not you.
That's the thing.
Have you thought of putting on a wig?
And crouching down.
Yeah, he's sneaking into his home.
Hi, Daddy.
I love you, sweet Steve.
That's what breaks the wall. Yeah.
Are you happy, Father?
And then once the wall's down, he sees the light, and then our relationship is better forever.
Oh, I would love that.
I do sometimes wonder, like, y'all know this. There are some people, it just ain't in them, you know? I feel like he could do it. He would need to do a little bit of work to do it, but he just won't. I think it's in him. There's other people where it's just not in them, you know?
You think it's in Tim?
I don't know. Tim's an interesting one. I think Tim is one of the smartest guys in the world, but I think, like all of us, there's a few blockers up that are like, we deflect with jokes and humor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anytime I've been like, Tim, like I remember I lost my job because of Tim. No, just kidding. But Tim was...
Well, I went there with a gun and I said, "Where's Steve?"
Oh,
We were at the open mic, and I literally lost or got laid off. I didn't lose my job. A lot of people got laid off.
Oh, okay,
I
all right.
kind of knew it was coming. But I got the news 2 minutes before I walked into an open mic to host it for 3 hours.
Oh.
It was the craziest experience in my life.
Oh, and all these old kids were like, "Oh, our king is sad."
So, Tim,
Why is he crying while talking about his 4 Bayou children?
yes. That's the thing.
Did one of them die?
There was one moment where Bobby, because he interrupts me with the mic, and he's like, "Hey man, are you okay?" Because I was like, this next guy, give it up for the next guy. I was like short circuiting, but afterwards I saw Tim, and I just said like a son would to his dad. I was like, Tim, I got laid off like just now. And you totally switched and were 100% genuine, really sweet. And so, yeah, I mean, like, I feel like if we knew each other better, that you would always go there with me. You did it in that moment. You really helped me.
Steve, I would never do that to Jeff.
Yeah, you would.
No, if you were like, I lost my job, I'd probably be mean to him about it. But you are a guy.
He wouldn't look at me when I cried in a van one time.
I can't be looking at Jeff while he's crying. I had to keep my eyes on the road.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
You were crying in the van?
I was crying in the passenger seat. Tim was doing this.
Can I
He
ask?
wouldn't look over.
What was it? Were you just
we were
upset?
going through a breakup.
Oh, Jeff,
Tim
I
didn't
mean,
care.
Jeff's inspiration for a one-woman show called Cheat.
Oh, yeah. And was it the Avett brothers came on?
The Avett brothers.
Yeah.
And
Oh, man.
I and Love and You came on, and Jeff just started sobbing, and I started staring at the road, hoping that it would change to smiles.
And laughter again. And
laughter
fart
again.
jokes, you know? Like,
Oh, yeah.
well, that's...
I went up to Maine with Jeff for a college gig because he didn't want to be alone because he had been broken up with.
That was nice of him. He did go with me.
Of course
Yeah.
you did. Mm-hmm. Oh, the other Tim story that I'll quickly tell is there was a guy... I don't know if you remember this, but...
I was probably drunk.
this guy... Did you ever smoke cigarettes? Mm-hmm. Do you still?
Not really.
Tim, you never did, right? You
No,
wanted to, but you had to stop.
I smoked cigarette. I haven't smoked in 4 years, but I used to smoke a pack a day
But you had to stop because,
because my lungs got real bad.
yeah. So I don't know, Jeff, if you ever did this thing where you buy a whole pack of cigarettes, but you only want like 2, and then you give them away. Did you ever do that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're like, so this guy, he came over, and I had given him some stranger at a bar. Tim was there. A couple people were there. And I gave him like 5 cigarettes. And he came back like 10 minutes later and asked for like 5 more cigarettes.
Oh, what?
Yes. And Tim just turns to him and he goes, What are you doing? You're gonna keep. He was like, you're gonna just come up to my friend and ask him for all these cigarettes? And I was like, no, Tim, because I don't think you knew the backstory. But it was like a fiercely protective.
But they're $15
Yeah.
a pack. You
No,
can't.
yeah.
You can't. If I don't know, I can't be watching a man take 5 cigarettes because Steve, you're very nice.
Yeah.
So I was like,
He was very protective.
I can't be letting this man take Steve for half his pack of cigs.
It's true, but it was like a surge of a warm feeling of like, man, this guy's got my back. So
That sounds like I was pretty drunk though if I was doing that.
I know,
Probably.
but it was awesome.
But there, the emotions are in there, Tim.
Oh, sure. Well,
told
my
Bobby.
emotions of love for Steve.
Yeah.
When I told Bobby that, he's like, no, we've seen him do that. I don't know if the question was, who's someone that you wish you were closer to?
It was your old childhood
best
best
friend.
friend. who's
We might
closed
get
off
through the
emotionally.
least amount of questions today.
I will stop doing this.
No,
No, we're doing good. We're
Okay,
doing
great.
good.
Okay,
I think
cool.
people are going to like it because you're being very real and vulnerable.
Yeah,
Steve.
this is what we want.
You're going to get a good amount of points, I think. Have Steve sign the book real quick, Jeff.
All right, Steve, sign the book.
Fuck.
Just sign right over there. Tim, what'd you do?
I was.
Just sign here.
Yeah.
sign right
no,
over there.
sign over there.
Dude, this writing is very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
No one can read any of my
His
handwriting.
writing is very interesting, he says.
Wow, it's like,
Yep.
I like it.
Can't read it, huh?
It's flowing.
I would always, when I forgot to put my name on my homeworks and stuff, teachers would be able to figure out it was me.
Forget to put your name.
You ever do that?
I always wrote my name first.
Really? You never turn something in and they'd be like, you forgot to put a name on that.
Nah.
That would happen to me every once in a blue, but they'd always be like, I know this is yours by your handwriting.
And the misspellings.
I think I do remember that. Yes.
All right, let's see here. All right. What's your favorite memory of your mother, and have you told her about it?
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, it's so good.
Well, these questions are awesome, by the way. And I'm sure everyone who listens is listening, then answering them themselves, thinking about them. Mm-hmm. This is a podcast that's doing good in the world. I feel like. Yes.
We're here to help, isn't that right, Tim?
Yo, we're
Tim,
here to
get
help.
off Instagram.
I was trying to close stuff because my phone kept buzzing.
How many people goof around with the questions?
A bunch. Kaylin Palufo was doing bits, we found out. I didn't even know they weren't funny. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Tim's still mad about it. That was
Because I
episode-
hope
No, but
that-
a bunch of people try to goof around. They don't want to open those walls. They take their walls down.
They're a bunch of
Steve.
They're a bunch of Greg Orisons.
Oh,
his last
dead
name.
named him.
Dead
Whoops.
named him on the
Dead
show.
Dead name. I like that. Never heard that. My best memory. My mom had 4 kids and was a single mother, so there's lots of good ones.
Oh.
So we had a Habitat for Humanity house. I don't know if I ever told you guys that.
Jimmy Carter himself come and build it for you?
Do you know what that essentially?
Oh,
what
that's
it
when
is?
they build the homes.
Yes.
Oh,
so she
really?
applied for this program because we were kind of we were a little bit hand to mouth for a little while.
Well, that's how you want to get food in there.
Yeah.
But
That's okay. Like living with relatives and stuff, and it was just not great. And then she applied for this program, and we got it. So they built us a house. And the Habitat is like people come together from the community and build the house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's Frederick, Maryland, so lots of carpenters and blue collar guys living there. So
that's good.
yeah, totally.
You'd hate to have a house built for you in Bushwick, Brooklyn.
Those kids.
It's pink and falls over.
They're like, we've done the vision wall, but and you're like, can you build a foundation? So my best memory is, so we move in there and we're finally like kind of like doing okay. And then she paid the house. So then you do pay for it.
Oh.
It's just a very
Okay.
low mortgage rate.
Like a subsidized housing type of situation.
Exactly. And she paid it off. And then so my best memory was her burning the what is it called? I think she burned some essential papers that she shouldn't have. But there was no, it was like some banknote or something.
Yeah.
The deed.
Yeah, yeah. It was like the banknote that said, or like you owe $0, and
Oh.
we did a big celebration, and we burned the thing, and everyone cried, and
That's really cool.
she did it all on her own. I mean, she raised 4 kids, and
Oh,
we're
that's
all
great.
doing pretty good. So lots of good memories, but that's the big one.
How are these houses? What are they? They got like a one
how
bedroom,
was
2
the
bedroom.
house?
It's small. I mean, it's not great. It's not. It wasn't enough, honestly, for us, but it was fine. I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
2 baths, 1 bath.
It was 2 baths, 2
That's not
floors.
bad. I mean, you
2
got,
baths?
5 people in there?
Yeah, 2 baths. Yeah, 1 floor. Then I think 3 bedrooms or 4. So we had to kind of double up there for a little bit, but
3 bedrooms, 2 baths.
yeah.
It's nicer than my house I grew up in.
Yeah. Jeff grew up on a dirt road.
Did you also grow up poor?
We had 1 bath, 3 beds. We were lower middle class, I think.
How many people? Was it you and you have
Just
siblings?
me, my parents, and eventually.
Oh,
my
that's
little
right,
sister.
because you have all those funny the jokes about. But wait, sister.
Funny is strong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tim,
Jeff's a liar.
please.
What? Jeff's a liar. He says he's a single or only child.
I
But
was born '86, and she showed up in '99.
Right. Okay. Good lord.
right before 9/11. Coincidence?
Yeah, the year The Matrix came out, also.
Oh.
Simulation.
So that was okay. So it was. You had enough space, but it wasn't like you were living it. Because the thing too is up the street, all my friends, there's like Windsor Knolls. Everyone has a neighborhood around them, like Windsor Knolls.
Oh,
These
yeah.
fucking names.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you know the
yeah.
neighborhood or
White Pines.
Yes,
or-
White Pines.
Feather
Windsor-
Cove.
Oh,
Yes.
ooh, Feather Cove.
Who's naming? It's Honey. It's like a 1-block street, and it's like Honey Melon Lane, and you're like, who named this? This is
Yeah.
just like some stupid
White women.
100%.
Probably. What was yours? Habitat.
Poor person avenue.
Welfare Ave.
Section 8th Street.
Well, we actually found out. So this is a really funny thing. People tried to protest the building of the house. I found
Of
this
your
out.
house?
What the fuck?
Because around us was like
It's like a
these older-
JFK photo. I'm in the background.
It's like the HOA. Were they mad that they were putting poor people in their?
Yes, essentially. And one of the guys, this is the grand, such a beautiful irony. We had a yard, you have your property lines, and there was a beautiful tree. So he builds a giant fence, like a fuck you fence, between his property and ours, and he took the tree, even though it was on our property.
Oh, he fenced the tree into his.
Yes. But then, years later, the tree fell backwards
Onto his house?
and destroyed his pool.
Oh.
Not his house.
Shit.
Didn't get the house.
I was hoping he fucking died.
But it destroyed his pool.
What?
And then he tried to get my mom he tried to say that it was her tree.
Oh, because then he's like, it's on your property.
Yes!
You didn't take care of this
How
tree.
crazy.
What a fucking...
And I think he got laughed out of the you get it comes around.
I
For
like
real.
that guy.
Yeah.
That sounds like
He was
something
a
I'd
good guy.
do.
Is your mom still in the same house?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, she lives there rent free. And,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was just talking to her today.
Oh, that's great. All right. Yeah, that sounds like, yeah.
You know what my mom did to me? This is one of my favorite memories, even though it's fucked up.
Oh, what is it?
She told me if I pour milk down the drain, it'll clog it. And then I had to drink all of my milk.
Oh.
And then I told a lot of people that for a long time.
Yeah, that's funny.
And I felt like a true fool. And one day when I realized that, I was like, damn, that's pretty good tricking of a kid.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's one of those tricks where the outcome is a good thing. You drank
Yeah.
your milk.
Now my bones are strong as hell.
You get strong bones.
I wonder, is there any... Because do you know that thing about olive oil? A lot of people in New York pour olive oil down there.
That's just because they're Italian.
Yeah. And it, like, ruins the pipes. Anyway.
Oh, you're not supposed to do that?
No,
You're not supposed to pour oil down your drain at all.
Well, it's slick the pipes.
Yeah,
No,
well,
it
yeah,
just
you are.
flies through them.
And so the rats can have a nice time in there.
Yeah. Oh, I love these mom memories. I got one where I'll say mine.
I'd love to hear that.
She was trying to help me golf. I was trying to, or I think I wanted to show her something about golf. And then I'm going to swing. And then I didn't know she was like close behind me.
Ooh.
And then I went and I smacked her in the head.
Oh.
And I hear her go, oh, and I go, oh, and I dropped the club and I just took off running.
You just ran?
Jeffrey,
just
come back. I
ran
won't
away.
hurt you this time. She's chasing you.
How
with
old
the
were
club.
you?
Okay, I was probably like 8 or 9 or something.
Oh, okay. So a
I
kid.
remember
Yeah.
just hitting, like, and I just run off, and she's like, "Oh!" And I just beat my poor mother.
That's your favorite memory of you and your mom.
Yeah, my classic. I'll lay in bed and laugh and laugh. Let's see here. Let's see, where do we want to go next? What about this one? What do you want out of life?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Just what do you want out of it?
I'll keep this one simple. I feel like I've been rambling. Tim,
right.
you want to go first?
Sure. I want to feel comfortable.
You're never comfortable?
No, because I never have any money. So I need to get I would like to be financially comfortable.
Well, I hope you get there, bud.
Thanks, man. All right,
Do you
go ahead,
want to
Steve.
get financially comfortable through podcasting and comedy and
That would
stuff?
be ideal.
Right.
But just in general would be nice as well.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you got that big laugh on your your joke about getting concussions at the bowling alley.
Oh, getting electrocuted at the bowling alley?
Electrocuted,
See,
yeah.
Jeff, I told you.
All right, fine.
Jeff said I needed to cut that out because it didn't work at a show we were doing the other day. But I think I mistold it. But
You must have said it weird because I
Yeah.
glanced at the audience and there was like 3 or 4 people going.
there were also people just like kind of chatting too. It was really annoying crowd. But
Where was the show?
at Barbershop.
Oh,
The show before was great, and then that show was everyone was very distracted.
yeah. Well, that's like I went to see that show once. It's a lot of really hot young people.
Nothing,
yeah.
Where does
nothing
he get
worse.
these people from?
Nothing worse than when your back hurts and you got to fucking do that show.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they all live in the neighborhood.
Right. Yeah.
That's like a hot people neighborhood.
Yes, I remember doing a little thing with Bobby, and them just staring at me. Yeah, they're like, what is this? So what do I want? I mean, similar to Tim, I think because when you don't have anything when you're younger or you don't have very much, you get that sort of bad stuff loaded onto the front. And so the back end, all I really want, is financial stability. I will say I would like to have like a domesticated life, like a kid and a house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
White picket fence, golden retriever?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I have that in me. So it's kind of like Greg, my friend Greg, like, I don't know if it's in me, but I want it. I long for it.
I think you'd be a great dad, Steve.
I just spent a week with my family. My brothers are very much the opposite of me. They have kids, they have wives, and you know, you can kind of like try it on. I don't think it would work for us though. I think we just are different. I'm including you guys. I don't know. Like
Sheen wants to be a dad.
do you?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But would you be able to like stop doing comedy? Because like my brother, for example, was a musician and he stopped it all and just became a full. Like, he works, but a dad was his thing. Would you be able to mostly be a dad?
Yeah, probably. I'll just be writing jokes for my kid and be like, all right, I've made you an hour.
You think you're able to turn down thousands of dollars a weekend to hang out with a child?
Maybe. Actually, Chelsea probably make me go make that money.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
very money driven.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about her.
I'm very selfish with my own time.
That's Tim. You couldn't have summed it up better. That's what it is. Like my nieces and nephews, I try to do certain things every day. There's like, not to sound like an asshole, but like I try to read for an hour a day, and especially when I'm on vacation.
What a fucking
I know. I'm sorry. And the books
he
are
reads for 1 hour a day.
and they're
Please, Uncle Steve, play with us. I gotta read.
I'm reading.
well. The thing is that
This book ain't gonna read itself. Idiots.
Kids never stop. They want like they're not like, because I'll be like, guys, I'm just, or whatever it is, not even just reading, like I need to go be alone for and they don't care about that at all, you know. So you're this being selfish with your own time is really true. I think I'm the same way.
I mean, reading for 1 hour a day, you could get that in probably if you had a kid, but it's just like, I don't know. I just don't want to have someone to rely on me that much. I think too.
It's scary, right?
I can barely rely on my own damn self.
Yeah, you guys gotta take care of you first.
Well, Steve's doing better than me as far as being a professional and a regular guy.
Well, I got laid off, and I was kind of like, I mean, it's fine. Like I worked there forever. I have good severance. I'll be fine. But I was like, what if this happened? And I also knew it was coming. So what if this happened and I had 4 people depending on me? You know, like what do you do? It's terrifying.
Moving in with mom.
I know.
All right. What was your favorite toy growing up?
Favorite toy was.
And would kids today enjoy it?
You know, this is gonna sound really annoying, but I always loved like a ball, any kind of a ball.
A ball?
Any ball.
Just
Well,
a ball.
You're a basketball guy now.
Ball, soccer ball. Yeah, balls. Because I had 2 brothers, and just all you need is a ball. And, like, you create a game, like if we were down here when we were kids.
Dang.
You make a game up. And,
He was poor.
Yeah. Ball.
My favorite, Jeff,
That is a poor childhood. His favorite toy, the ball.
Ball.
Jeff, my favorite toy, my imagination.
Broth. I love getting broth.
Yeah. We would have bone soup and ball time.
But also.
And then I'd read a 4-year-old newspaper for 1 hour.
But no, also that's not true. I mean, we like at the lake. I was just there with my family, and we just play. There's something about little games that really I like. You know, Liard. You guys ever play croquet?
Yeah,
I
croquet
played
is
croquet.
fun.
Fun as fuck. But
So
also
just,
then we
just balls, just a ball.
but then also Nintendo, of course. Like
There
it
is that a
is.
toy though?
Yeah, Nintendo's a toy.
Yeah.
I mean, Xbox is my favorite toy. That's what I play all the time down here.
Is that Xbox?
Yeah.
What do you play?
Elden Ring, and I game with Ham. And
He's loving Elden Ring.
What's game with like what game?
I played Fortnite with Jeff and Bacchus sometimes.
Ugh. So you love Nintendo.
What about you guys?
As a kid, what was my favorite toy?
Yeah, what's your favorite toy?
Oh, probably Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
As a younger kid, I liked setting up the mousetrap from the game Mousetrap.
that game
Oh,
was
yeah, that was
awesome.
good.
And not playing the game, but just making it do it.
Yeah.
I was a bit of a Lego head.
You're a Lego guy?
You're a
I
Lego
like
guy,
Legos.
yeah. I can see
Legos.
that. Yeah.
It's an expensive toy, so
Yeah.
no ball.
We had a sectional couch like this. Yeah, that's true. We had a sectional couch like this, but it was like 8 parts, and I would set it up and make like a big fort.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm the richest
Imagination.
one here.
Yeah, oh yeah, by far. I mean, we bought our house.
Tim,
We didn't have the fucking community come together. We didn't have to beg the community to put a house together for us. My dad went to work.
God, I could have sworn how you are now that you grew up real poor and just with almost no resources at all. You know?
No. You just think that because I'm ignorant.
Yeah. That's why he doesn't have any of the skills to make money.
Yeah, well, I do.
It's given to him.
I have the skills that people need when AI takes over.
Oh, right, exactly.
Yeah, you'll thrive in AI times.
I was doing a moving job with Racine, And Racine goes, I'd love to see AI lift 85 boxes of vinyl records.
Oh, is that where your guys moving? Like a millionaire or something?
Yeah, it was Isabel Hagen's boyfriend who was, he's in Vampire Weekend.
Oh, yeah, the touring part.
The touring group.
Not actually in
keyboard
the band.
player.
Oh, he plays in the.
Yeah, he's in the
Oh,
tour.
I was just listening to their new album.
He's really cool.
Were you wearing a buttoned-up short-sleeve shirt?
Yeah.
Yes.
I did. I meant to tell him my Vampire Weekend joke.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
I said, I love Vampire Weekend, but I feel like I'm not rich enough to listen.
Yeah, that's fun.
They did somehow manage to sound like, like rich, like brats.
Yeah.
But it's still good. It's just
I like most of their music.
Yeah, but their
Yeah.
fans are like Rick and Morty fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Do you guys watch that show? I've never watched one episode. Is
Rick
it
and
good?
Morty? I've seen every
I
episode.
can't get enough.
Okay, I'll check it out.
And you know what I like even more? The Soulja Boy Rick and Morty rap.
Oh, yeah. Do
Rick
it
and
for
Morty.
us.
Rick and Morty. Rick. That kind of just goes on like that.
You're an idiot. All right. Next question. We've got to fly through. Look at this. Oh, my goodness.
We're
this is great.
We're at 42 minutes.
Let's speed up
44.
these questions. Who was your first love and how did it end?
My first love was Aaron Oldham, and AA?
God, his ass. Oh, you gay, bro.
AA. God dang it! I thought you were like, did you meet her in AA? And I'm like, damn, that was a good one.
Yeah, was Aaron Oldham a friend of Bill W?
I also just learned what that was. Somebody was like, "Are you a friend of Bill's?" And I'm like, "I don't know any Bill." And they're like, "Okay," because I was like, I know you don't drink anymore, right, Jeff? And we talked a lot about being sober. Okay, my first love. Do you want like the? Actually, this is a funny Julia Solomon, who you guys know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very like second grade. There was a girl named Julia Solomon, my first crush, and then we moved from Rochester, New York, and obviously I still remembered her name. Moved here, and there's this Julia Solomon, and she's from I think Rochester, New York. I was like, is this her? But it wasn't her.
Oh.
We checked. I asked her. My first real love was a girl named Erin Oldham, and she is a lesbian now, and was all along.
Oh.
I mean, I know it's that thing of like, turned her gay, but she, didn't know what. This was the late '90s, so
Yeah.
it was not even illegal back then. The good old days.
So you
Did they
loved
have
her.
to date us?
It was a situation where I was I would see her, and then I would like anytime not with her was just waiting to that kind of love where like every moment. And I was 18, so it was like so raw and it was like writing terrible poems and stuff like that.
But then after a while, she's like, "I'm sorry, Steve."
She phased because I had graduated high school.
She phased into pussy?
So she was a senior in high school, and she was 1 year behind me in school. So she still had 1 year of high school, and I went to community college for a year. So she went away to college in Belgium. She was a rich kid. She probably loves Vampire Weekend. Got to go to college in Belgium. She basically could do anything she wanted. Her dad made millions of dollars.
Oh.
And she just kind of was like, yeah, we'll see each other. Don't worry about it. And then just sort of floated away.
Oh, no.
But then we reconnected later in life, and it was very illuminating. She's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I just didn't know what those feelings were. I didn't really like men, and I didn't know how to. And I was like, she's like, you should think of it as a compliment that I picked you. But so that was my first.
Because you're
love.
beautiful like a woman.
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah.
like that.
You beautiful woman, you.
Oof, but that was a heartbreaker.
Oh yeah, I love a first heartbreak.
And then you get it out of the way, though. It's like when
You
it
gotta
happened,
rip the Band-Aid. What's more important, democracy or peace?
Good Lord. Jeff. This is a presidential debate?
What's more important, democracy or peace?
Yeah, I
What
like
a
that one.
stupid question.
What's more important
That
to
is
you?
no, that's an incredible question. Whoa. I mean, I'm going to say,
Where's he going?
man, Tim, what do you think?
If you have
I'm gonna
peace, you don't need democracy.
Right.
What?
If everything is peaceful and you have peace
Under a dictator or a king.
Yeah, but if it's still peace, that means it's working. So no matter what system it is, as long as there's peace, that's all that really matters.
Okay, but peace doesn't mean there's not inequality.
I see.
I mean, isn't that what we're supposed to believe? Mm-hmm. Or is it just there's no violence?
You know, there was peace. There was peace when England, was all over colonizing,
Yeah.
Was there?
or when they weren't fighting at certain points. But there was a king, no democracy.
I think that you're showing your whole fucking
No,
ass right
no,
now,
no.
brother.
I
Or like-
think it's clever.
You know, in those sort of dystopian novels where there's.
No, I don't read an hour a day.
I can't believe I said that. Take it back.
Dang.
Take it back. And it's actually an hour of listening to Joe Rogan podcast, which I.
Now that's cool.
But
Yeah.
Fahrenheit 451 and all those
The Giver?
novels. The Giver, exactly. Mm-hmm. The Giver is a better example because it's like it's perfect, it's peace, but it's not because they're not free. So democracy.
You're going democracy.
Yeah, but only based on what you guys said, which sparked that thought.
Yeah.
I was gonna say peace.
Tim's saying peace.
I'm
it
going
looks
with
like.
peace. I like to be comfortable, baby.
Yeah, I know you do.
So in The Giver, where they have everything and they literally just, and the Soma, the thing where they just take these pills and they feel good all day, and
Oh yeah, that's Brave New World.
Brave New World, yeah, it's like, yeah, that would be good, but because there is a part of you that's like, I would like to just do that. Why would you fight back against it? I'm going with democracy.
Yes, democracy was right. That's what I had chosen. All right, we got a few more, but we're running out of time, so I got to
Okay.
fly through.
Cool, go.
What Disney villain you relate to the most?
Wow.
Let's see.
And
Disney
why?
villain.
Jeff is Scar, and he's going to push Ham off of a cliff and try to take over his kingdom.
Fill it with my hyenas.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm trying to think. Who are some of the villains?
I see myself as a Jafar type.
oh yeah, Jafar's the best
Who was
villain.
Jafar? Aladdin?
Yeah.
He put Jasmine in that sexy little number.
Oh, yeah. Jeff like that.
Yeah.
Let me think.
He made her wear that little two-piece.
I'm trying to think here. What is a Disney movie that I...
You kind of look like the villain in The Incredibles.
See, I haven't seen that one. But what about the woman from All Dogs Go to Heaven? Cruella DeVille?
You're from 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, All Dogs Go to Heaven. What is that? That's like an old-timey movie.
I don't even know
Yeah.
if there's a villain in that one.
Yeah. There's a villain.
Who's the villain?
The villain is the mean dog, and also the main dog is kind of a villain because he's always lying.
Oh.
And the other dog goes to hell. One of the dogs go to hell.
There's also no general villain, though.
Wait,
I don't know.
rattle off a few. So there's
You got Captain
Aladdin.
Hook.
Oh, Captain Hook. Okay.
But a lot of people think that Peter Pan is the villain, and Captain Hook and those guys they think that everyone was kidnapped by Peter Pan, and that Peter Pan is trapping boys down there to stay boys because he's attracted to little boys, and the grown-ups are the ones that are actually trying to save everyone.
All right. Sure, Alex Jones of the Disney universe.
Tim's mushrooms just kicked in.
Yeah, well, hold on. If you look at it.
Wait, rattle off like two more.
You got Captain Hook. You got, what, Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
The octopus lady,
Octopus Lady.
Octopus Lady.
Maleficent.
Maleficent, yeah.
Let's see.
From Sleeping
Scar. Who else you got? Oh, King John, Prince John.
You have-
whatever.
in Robin Hood.
Mhm.
You have Humanity and Wally.
Gosh,
Oh, yeah.
I would have studied up on these a little bit more. I'm gonna
Sid
go with
from Toy Story.
Toy Story. Yeah.
Sid's pretty good.
I'm gonna go with King John because I feel like if I was in a position of power, I would abuse it. And
Oh, yeah.
definitely would.
Oh, no, you hate the poor.
Yeah, actually, and I would be exacting revenge on my childhood.
Oh, no. Bulldozing humanity houses. Oh.
Punching Jimmy Carter's corpse.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'll go with King John.
All right, King John. Let's see here. Have you ever stolen anything?
Yep. I got arrested when I was in 10th grade for stealing the Notorious B.I.G. double album.
Wow.
Whoa, you got
Got it.
arrested?
Well, I got taken back into the...
into the...
And actually, it ruined a friendship. My friend Dave Bell was with me, and he stole something too. And we went back into the... This is something I'm actually really ashamed of. Not the stealing, but we went back into the area with the security guard, and he did his big cop routine. And we were 14, so they're like... They don't usually prosecute stuff like that if it's your first time. Mm-hmm. But Dave Bell started crying.
Oh, and you laughed at him?
I didn't laugh, but I'm ashamed to say this, but I think I told this on your podcast.
I don't think you did.
I told a few people about it.
About him crying?
Yes, and it spread like wildfire.
And
That
the only
he
one
cried.
who could have told was you.
Exactly.
Oh,
and it was that kind of a thing.
Oh, no.
Where he comes up to me and he's like, bro, did you tell people that I was crying? And I was like, no. He's like, well, who did? It totally ruined our relationship.
Oh.
I think we reconvened like a couple years later, but so yes, that, and then I really didn't steal much again after that. I did learn my lesson.
But it's not your fault Dave Bell was bitch made.
No, I should have been a boy to him and been like, it stays between us, bro. It stays in this room.
Yeah.
Because
but you're a kid. You're a dumbass kid. I don't think you should feel shame for that anymore.
He was humiliated, it was kind of humiliating because he was like, my dad.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, I don't have a dad.
To this day.
Yeah.
Steve Stoneface
Yeah.
being like, my dad's not going to hear shit.
Yeah, there's no dad to worry about for me. Anyway.
That sounds like something I'd do, so I forgive you.
Did you guys steal stuff too?
Yeah, but I never got caught. And I'm not a big thief, though.
Yeah.
I went on a little tear.
Yeah, I think everyone does.
Yeah, you go on your little tear.
I do believe in karma. I think even if you're stealing from Walmart, it comes back on you. You can't do it.
Yeah, I've let go since. All right, let's see here. What mammal are you just gonna let go extinct?
Mammal.
Yeah. What one are you fine with? Like, let it go. Who cares?
Does anyone say like dogs? Something really that everyone loves. Like,
I got lunged at by a damn Rottweiler today.
I am not crazy. Okay, are y'all huge pet people?
Well, I got the cat that I love. I do like dogs, but I don't like when Rottweilers lunge at me on the fucking street.
Can I say big dogs in the city?
Oh.
Specific.
Yeah.
They're ridiculous. They're a terror. Go live somewhere else. Like, you have 4 dogs, and you bring them into coffee shops that let dogs in. You know, I don't know if you guys have seen that, but like, there's a coffee shop near me. These people just come in and let their dog. It's crazy. So big dogs in the city,
Big
and the little ones too.
dogs.
City dogs.
Nighty night, Clifford.
Yeah, kill them all.
Let's see here. How are we doing? Oh, we can do a couple more. What are 3 things you need in a romantic partner?
That's a great question.
3 things you need.
Let's see. Oh God, there's so many like cliches jumping up into my brain right
Like
now.
what? Mouth, pussy, asshole.
What the?
Tim.
Sorry if I could be Patrice O'Neill for a second.
I like how you skipped tits altogether and said pussy and asshole. Yeah. It's like, okay, let's see.
He's a big hole guy.
Yeah.
The ability to not talk about work a lot.
Oh.
I don't know if y'all had that. For a lot of my relationships, like, or whatever the main thing in the person's life is, I had a couple where it was just, that's all they could talk about, you know, and you just get sick of it. So, being able to be varied about discussion topics is important, probably for you guys too. Not making me feel like if we broke up, the world would end. I don't know if you can relate to that.
No, I tell Micah I'm going to off myself if she dumps me.
Well, yeah, that would be bad for you if Micah left. You would fall apart.
Yeah, you would die.
My life. I mean, I would die from natural causes probably.
Yeah.
Do you know the feeling of because it's lame from childhood, but like you don't get a lot of love and attention, and so when you do get it, I've always felt like I don't deserve it. So then when there's too much of it, it's like overwhelming, and it makes me flee. So like a reasonable amount of affection. What's the other one too? Shared interests, I guess, which is true.
And shared interests.
I would love like someone who likes to play tennis and maybe go like. I've never had a girlfriend that likes sports, and I feel like that'd be really fun. Like, does your girlfriend play sports with you at all, or does
I don't really do sports.
Nah,
we're a board game couple.
Okay, that's cool.
Micah is very competitive.
Okay.
So she doesn't really like to play games because she's worried that she's going to be too aggressive.
Right. She can't help herself.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Okay, so I would say
Because I lose a lot, and then she gets mad.
because if you're on a team.
Because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
That is scary. When you remember Mike Rice, the Irish guy?
Yeah.
He was like that with basketball.
He was very competitive.
And he didn't even really know how to play, and he was still better than everyone. But yeah, he was. If you're losing, he would get the green-eyed monster thing. Like, what are you doing? And you're like, dude, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I hate people like that.
I know, it drives me nuts. You're like, are you a child? What are you doing? Anyway, so I would say, in summation, the three would be shared interests, not too much overwhelming amounts of love, and what was the first? Oh, being able to talk about a variety of subjects.
Okay.
And not just one.
Those are three great things.
Okay.
All right, good. All right, two more. We'll do two more, then we'll wrap it up.
All right.
I want to do this one. I think this is fun. All right, Steve, you got 15 seconds on a mic to America.
A mic to America?
Oh, a microphone to America.
All right.
You're on the podium.
Wait,
15
hold
seconds.
on.
What do you say to America?
Let me get the timer going.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
If a little boy like me can come up with almost nothing, find a way in this life to push past the evil and the hate and put love and good energy into the world, then all of us can.
Stop.
That was it?
Yeah.
I was just getting warmed up.
That's all you can
That made no
15
sense.
seconds.
I was doing some weird accent. That whole time, I'm like, what are you talking about? Shut your mouth. And I was just getting warmed up.
Steve, I thought that was good.
Okay,
Yeah, I
thank
did
you.
too.
Let's edit that one out.
A little.
Cut that one.
Make that the clip. We'll share it for
I
America.
like that. All right, it'll be under a minute.
Push back. All right. And then finally, last question.
All right.
What stand-ups got you into comedy?
Who are your guys?
What stand-ups?
Yeah.
You guys remember those like premium blend?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Comedy
Besides Coach
Central?
McMullen, of course.
Yeah, Coach McMullen was the one.
But yeah, I remember Premium Blend. I remember seeing, I think that was one of Pete Holmes' very first appearances.
like the late 90s. I just remember watching them, these guys, and they'd be like, Comedy Central presents whoever. I don't even remember their names really, but I just remember seeing that and being like, man, those guys probably get. It's so funny, the reality of life. You're like, they probably are making $10 million.
Oh, yeah.
And then you find out later, you actually meet people who do those or stuff, and they're like, yeah, they gave me like $400 plus expenses. You know?
Yeah, they flew me to New Orleans and I drank for free, and they gave me about $750. But
But so actually, so that was like the idea of, wow, like you can be funny, and they just seem like kings to me, those guys. And then a person, man, I'm trying to think.
who was the first season of Comedy Central Presents? I think it was Greg Fitzsimmons, Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg was big.
I think Kevin Brennan might have been season 2, maybe. I know Lewis Black was early on. But yeah, I know for
Lewis Black was a big one.
and Hugh Fink, I think was. Do you know Hugh Fink?
Did you have an encyclopedic knowledge
Yeah,
of
no.
premium blend?
He's got a powerful mind.
Yeah, that's incredible.
You just can't use it right.
And I also remember, yeah, dude, you gotta. I also love the idea of like you are thrown into this gauntlet and you either like sink or swim. I just liked that idea of the pressure, and then I don't know, and then a person. I always liked Kids in the Hall. Did y'all?
Oh, I love Kids in the Hall.
There we
That
go.
was like kind of the first. Okay, they're doing something that can sort of go. They're doing something a little weird.
Okay.
So
in
the
comedy
combination of
realm.
those two things.
So like Dave Foley, Scott Thompson,
yeah, yeah. Good.
the others.
Kevin McDonald, Bruce McCullough.
Kevin McDonald, Bruce McCullough. I was watching something the other day. Bruce McCullough's been directing a lot of television episodes recently of TV.
Oh, good for him.
I think he directed like Brooklyn Nine-Nine or something. I can't remember.
Those guys are all like 5'3" too.
Oh, they're all
Yeah.
tiny
Yeah,
little
yeah, they're tiny little
guys.
guys.
Man, Dave Foley's wife divorcing him at the height. Have you heard this story?
No.
His wife divorced him when he was on news radio. So he has to pay her alimony from the money that he makes from news radio.
Yeah.
And he has to pay her like tons of money.
Yeah, I think I heard this.
He's also great on the newest season of Fargo. I know you probably
there's a
can't
new
watch
one?
it because John Hamm's in it, but
Oh yeah.
it's fucking great.
Oh, all right.
Also,
After the bad Chris Rock season,
oh,
the newest,
that was bad. I hated that.
this newest one is really good.
All right, I'll watch that one. That's on Hulu.
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
And then Adam Sandler and Chris Farley, of course.
Oh, okay.
Remember those like weird sketches that they were doing, like
Oh, yeah.
in like the late '90s, early 2000s?
Jeff remembers the Schmitz gay
The
gay
Schmitz
one.
gay.
Yeah.
What do I remember that?
Yeah, well, you liked all the hunks. You didn't think it was funny. You just liked when all the hunks
Oh
came
yeah, I
out.
would like pause it on the hunks.
Daddy.
Pause the TV. All right, so we got Dave Foley, Farley, Sandler. You don't like
Yeah.
big dogs? That'll cost you a little bit here. Let's see here. That's
Big dogs in
good.
cities.
King John.
Jeff has a big dog in the city.
Do you really?
I would say your
no.
dog's medium sized.
He's
Jeff.
about 38 pounds, 40
Do you
pounds.
bring the dog into a coffee shop?
No, I don't even go to coffee shops.
That is the main thing.
You chose democracy. I love that. Let's see here. You grew up in a small, poor home. I can connect with you there. I'm going to give it, you know what? I'm going to give you an 8.5. I think you
Wow.
did great.
Yeah.
I think you did great. That way, now you can do your plugs. So where can people find you, Steve? Where can they listen to you? Where can they,
Not too many places. I mean, the last podcast I did was with my man Tim here.
But what's your Instagram, Steve?
Oh, my Instagram's at Steve_Malden.
MALDEN.
MALDEN, and I do lots of. I'm taking a little breather because reels are terribly hard on the brain.
Oh, that they
Good
are.
Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So
You just got to make them and not think about it.
yes, that's 100% true. Put it up and then don't look at it.
Yeah.
So I post there, and then I've got shows coming up. I'm going to be in a play in September.
That's exciting.
Yeah, this guy saw me do comedy and asked if I wanted to read for a play.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, and I did a little voiceover thing the other day, so I got little dribs and drabs coming in, and
Go to Steve_Malden. All of Steve's clips are very stupid and funny. You reposted recently my favorite one where you go up to the spider and you can't help him because you got 2 drinks in your hand.
Yeah.
So that was a classic that dude, I'm not kidding. Like 6 months ago, I was scrolling through your Instagram looking for that video again because it cracks my shit up. So
thank you.
Steve's shit
And I've
is
got a
very
YouTube
funny.
channel too, and yeah, hopefully I'm trying to start making more professional sketches in the future. So follow me for all that stuff.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
And follow me at hot_comics69. Listen to the Great Ink Podcast. Listen to the Patreon at patreon.com/toughquestions, where we will talk about Steve when he's gone. And it sounds like Micah's home. And,
I got to run.
That's a bit, right?
And did I say listen to the Great Ink Podcast?
You did.
All right, Jeff, go
And
for
I'm
it.
always at New York Jeffrey. Goodbye.
Later.
Bye.